Welcome back, fifth grade. Today we are going to work on drawing conclusions. When we draw conclusions, this helps us as readers understand the story better. So what's happening when we're actually drawing conclusions? We are using story clues. The author loads your stories and loads the articles with clues. You add that to what you know and you draw a conclusion. A lot of people say it's an educated guess. Some sentence stems that we could use are, this makes me think, the character feels, this is important because, the author probably thinks. So authors don't always explain everything that happens in a story. Readers can use clues to figure out what is not said. So that's going to be important later on when we look at our questions, because when we're drawing conclusions, the author doesn't explicitly say these things. The author will give you clues to lead your brain to think those things. So this article is called Winning the Vote, and it is an article from ReadWorks. Imagine if boys made all the rules. That's how it was in 1776, when the United States was founded. Women were not allowed to vote until 1920. This year, 2012, is the 92nd anniversary of that important event. The women's suffrage movement began in the 1800s. Suffrage is the right to vote. To win this right, women held protests and marches. Hundreds of those women were arrested and jailed. Women's groups across the country are honoring those who fought for this right with special events throughout the year. Learning how women's actions changed America is important. It encourages us to understand that we can make a better world, said Molly Murphy McGregor, the president of the National Women's History Project. So again, when we're drawing conclusions, the author isn't explicitly going to say these things. We are looking for clues to figure out what is not said. So number 1 says, which conclusion about 1776 is supported by the passage? A, in 1776, women protested for the right to vote. B, in 1776, women protested against the United States. C, in 1776, women did not have the same right as men. Or D, in 1776, women held marches. And the next question says, read the following sentence and answer the question below. The women's suffrage movement began in the 1800s. Suffrage is the right to vote. To win this right, women held protests and marches. Hundreds of those women were arrested and jailed. What does the word movement mean as used in the text? A, people acting together. B, people exercising. C, people voting together. Or D, people ruling others. If you're having trouble with any of these questions, feel free to pause the video, rewind, go back, and look for text evidence. Maybe you might need to read the passage one more time. Thanks for joining us today. Hope to see you soon.